Hello guys, we're live. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you came in. Thank you so much for your donation readings and thank you so much for your orders for the Celtic Cross. And for those of you that did subscribe to get your Celtic Cross, I just want to remind you, if you're watching and you're new and you just came in, first of all, check out all my lives. If you go to my channel and you just see uploads, you're just videos, you're not going to see my work. So if you want to see all my work, please check live when you go to my channel. And then you're going to see all my videos because 99% of what I do is live all the time. Anyways, that being said, if you're looking for something personal, my website's in the description. If you want a bunch of freebies, if you like to save 50% when you go to the store, you go anywhere, please consider subscribing to my channel if you like my readings. If you've ever had a personal, you know they're pretty accurate. And if you want to see if it's accurate or not with me, please get a personal. And if you want live readings, lots of live readings at discounted prices, please consider subscribing. I have an affordable version and one for a little bit more generous people that like to spend a little more time on themselves. No offense to anyone. We all have different budgets, but I made it budget friendly for everybody. I have a $33.33 monthly subscription. That includes one random free question a month. It includes the 11/11 Oracle reading on the 11th of every month. It includes the $22 Celtic Cross reading every month, and it includes up to 20% off of other services, so other readings, okay? And it also I can give you, if you'd like, up to 20% off of classes as well. Just let me know, just ask if you're in the $33 33-month subscription club. It also gives you access to bonus material. When I do bonus material and I put it on my website, you have access where no one else does. So that's a big plus. You also get to jump the line on readings like today when I have donation readings, Celtics, things like that. It puts you in a priority. Now, you are second priority if you're a $33.33 a month subscriber on my website. The first person that gets to jump to the very front of the line always would be the ultimate subscription, and that's $122 a month. Sounds like a lot to some people, but really nowadays it's really not. You can get a subscription to get a massage once a month at the Now Massage for that price. You can go get your nails done once a month, and it's that price. So we can think of a lot of things once a month that people pay to have for themselves once a month. So you just have to kind of see what is worth it for you. Where does your money have more value for personal self-care and personal growth? Now, my ultimate subscription is awesome. It includes the 11/11 monthly Oracle. On the 11th of every month, it includes the $22 Celtic Cross, which we're doing today. That usually comes out on the 22nd every month. It also includes the $44 monthly reading at the last week of every month. It also includes the 100 Club subscription. So you get 10 free questions included in that membership as part of the 100 Club members when I do 100 Club readings. You get to ask 1 to 2 questions at a time, and it's once a month, so it can last you 10 months, or it could last you 5 months. It depends how often you want your questions answered, but it's 1 to 2 questions a month, okay? And that's included, and that's a $99 value by itself, and that's included in the membership. It also includes 50% off, half off, of an emergency reading once a month. It also includes half off any of my classes, tarot class, astrology class, half off. So that's a great benefit. On top of that, you get one other random free question a month. It's a 1 to 2 card reading, just once a month random when I see you. Okay? So you get a lot of freebies. That's way more than half off. Plus, you get to see any extended material that I will post. And I'm going to start posting that a lot more often. Now, one other perk that you should know about the Ultimate subscription is if I do any other additional classes, like an extension of the astrology class, you're automatically included for free. So that's a big benefit. And it also means that you can get free other things, free services. For example, if I do a candle magic reading, or I read candles for people that pay to have me do their candle to promote communication or healing or money, I will give you a candle for free. You're going to automatically be included because you pay the ultimate subscription. So there's free candles, free other bonuses, all those things are included. So consider being the ultimate subscriber because it pays its way through all year round. It will give you, I mean, imagine what that could give you in a year. There's this saying, cut everyone off, focus on yourself for 6 months. See what it does in your life. See what it does in your work, in your health, in your looks, and everything. I ask you to do the same. What would putting 6 months of a subscription do for you in your life? How would it change? How would it help you grow as a person? For one, you with me, you can get education on tarot and astrology. I also have life coaching, love coaching, if you will. It includes an astrology report and coaching once a week. That will also be half off if you're an ultimate subscriber. So a lot of freebies with that. So I do encourage more people to do the ultimate subscription. It gives a lot more to you and it gives more to me. And I think it's a fair, equal energy exchange. Okay, so I appreciate that, guys. I want to just promote that out there. So whoever's watching, if you want a bunch of readings like this, you know how to get them, where to get them, and where's the best deal. If you don't want to be a subscriber, you can pay separately for these readings monthly. So for the $44 reading, on the end of the month, you can pay $44 and 44 cents. If you want the 11/11 Oracle reading, you can pay $11.11 by the 11th of every month. If you want the $22 Celtic Cross reading, you can pay $22.22 through Cash App. All of those through Cash App or my website donation. Okay, so you can pay separately if you cannot afford a subscription. That is fine. I understand not everybody can. But if you can, jump into the savings, do it. I just did a promotion this week, which was donation readings. And I gave back to you guys. I wanted to give back to the community. So some of the readings I did was whatever you can donate, I'll do a reading for you. And it was just random. It was just like whatever you can give. There was no price. It was just whatever you felt called to give in return for your reading. So I do that every once in a while, okay? Sometimes if you stay here with me on my channel, I do free readings, absolutely free. If you're the first one live in my chat group and I see you there as soon as I click live, I'm gonna give you some free cards. So subscribe, hit the bell icon so you can get some free cards, at least a chance at getting free cards. And sometimes I just do random free readings. I'll sit down and I'll be like, hey, I'm going to do some free readings today. Whoever's here, I'll get as many of you guys as I can. So I give free readings to the community a lot. And I also do 15-minute lightning rounds. Those are random. So you just have to kind of be subscribed and hit that all button, because sometimes you're watching a reading from me and I'll say, hey, after this reading, I'm going to do 15 minutes of lightning round, which means $15 for a reading. If you want one, go ahead and donate it to Cash App. And then I'll read your reading at the end. And you've got 15 minutes, and I'll give you a start time to an end time of how long you have in the video to pay. And then you're already in line for the reading. So I have a lot of perks here, guys, a lot of opportunities to get a reading from me. And that's a good steal from a professional reader. Okay? So I just wanted to put that out there. Okay. So let's get in. Sorry, guys, for the long 10-minute introduction, but I wanted to let everyone know. Also, I just wanted to give some advice. If these readings resonate, wonderful. If something in your gut is telling you something's wrong, listen to that, okay? Whatever comes out in these cards came out for a reason. Keep that in mind. Look deeper. Look into the secrets of the reading and the meanings of it. Try to figure out what it's trying to say to you. Never will I promote someone to stay with a narcissist or an abusive person. If you ever get the feeling that that's what the reading's saying, check again. Because It may not be the person you're thinking about. Maybe another person. All right. So we're going to start today. Let's see. Who was I going to start with yesterday? Sunval. Okay, Sunval, then Doja, and then Lul. Those are the first 3 people that I'm going to do. Sunval, you wanted to know what was going on in your situation with Mael. What's coming for you in love with Mael? Let's see what's going on. What's coming in with Mael? Son, it looks like Mael loves you. He knows he's wasted a lot of time, and you've lost your patience. You've given up 5 of Cups. He's aware that he hasn't given you the time or attention that you deserved. And he realizes if he wants to keep you, he's going to have to change. He's going to have to give more. I think he has a lot of regrets about his life. Recently, he's been sad, maybe even depressed. He was thinking, what have I done with my life? I thought I would have more, be more by this point in my life. There's some kind of a change in heart, kind of like a Scrooge in the Christmas Carol, where I think he's ready to make some changes, to do better, to do the right thing. He wants to be a better man, a better person. 6 of Swords, I think he wants to get over the rocky times, the rough waters, the back and forth. I think he overthinks marriage. He overthinks commitment. He's got a real hang up with that. He knows what you want. He knows what you've been waiting for. But I don't think he believes in himself that he has what it takes to give it to you. He knows in the end you want marriage. He knows that. There's some kind of spiritual religious situation for him that kind of prevents him from making that move with you. But he knows what you want. I think more than ever, you're going to see him try. And there's no guarantees here. It's just, I'm going to try. I can't make you any promises, but I can tell you that I'm going to do better. I'm going to try harder to get myself out. He's not ready for major commitment immediately, but he's going to try. Let's see what he might want to say to you. Okay. I love you. I regret how I handled things in the past. He wishes things were different. I'm healing and it's painful. Please be patient with me. So, Mr. It takes so long, you know, and that's what you've been dealing with all this time. He understands how patient you've been. But he also understands he's got to work harder at this. He hasn't given you enough. He's in a lot of pain, a lot of mental anguish. Again, a lot of regret. Man, 5 of Cups and 9 of Swords. Whew, I'm not happy with myself. I'm not happy, period. I'm not a happy person. My past haunts me. I gotta feel better. I need to go feel better. I need to do something. Work on myself. He's not sure how you feel about him. He's torn between 2 things, 2 sides, or 2 lovers, but he's just torn. He's torn in half, and he's like, he knows that's wrong. 6 of Pentacles, he's giving to you. He's giving to another energy. Death to the old. You are my shining star. Rebirth. I think in the future there is going to be hope. The star. Death and rebirth is a huge transformation, and it's a big change in his life. I think he's not ready for those decisions right now. There's a lot of question marks, but I do think he's working on it. I think that's the best I can give you in this reading is he's working on it. Can it get better? Oh yeah, there's room for this to get better, but he's working on it. Okay. Bottom of the deck here is romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. So he feels romantic with you. He's going to send you romantic things. He has romance for you. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace it with new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. I like it. I think there's a newness. There's something refreshing between you guys. Something happened that kind of just zapped him into a better place. Zapped you into a better place too. It's seeing what's important and being willing to work on it. You know, 6-6 is harmony and balance. And so we're finding that. It's like, I want to work on this. I can't make a whole bunch of promises, but I can try harder. I can do better. I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up on us. I know you're not happy. I'm not happy. I know what you want. I know you want marriage. I know you want that commitment. I'm working on it. I'm dealing with my culture. I'm dealing with my beliefs. I'm dealing with my issues, you know, my secrets. I'm dealing with it. I know this isn't exactly what you want to hear, star in reverse, but I'm working, I'm cleansing, I'm healing. Things get better. So, you know, once this person heals, it will be better. It will be easier. When he finds relief to the pain, relief to his situation, he's going to be able to think more clearly. He's going to be able to make better decisions. He's going to be able to have his head on straight. Right now, he doesn't. So it's like, let me go through this moment. I know you've already been patient, but keep being patient. Please. You know, please. It's just please. So anyways, this is going to take some time, son. I think there's love here, and I think there's growth. It's not going to be every answer for you. It's not going to be super fulfilling, but just know that don't give up yet. I guess that's the best. Don't give up yet. Let me get a drink. What is the next thing coming up on your plate, son? What's the next thing that's going to pop up? Spirit, guide, and direct me for son. Show me the next thing that's going to pop up. Okay. What's the next thing? healing vibrations. So nice and quiet, just doing the work, doing the mental and emotional spiritual work. Your heart chakra, very pink, calling out. We have mute, silence between the two of you, just reflection. We're going to have a reunion. You're going to reinvent yourself, and he's going to reinvent himself. So there's a reinvention. 2024 is the year of remaking yourselves. Bottom of the deck is the answer is yes. He is going to remake himself. He does love you. There is hope. There is a chance for a union here. Absolutely yes. Will you forgive him? Will he forgive himself? I hope so. There's going to be a purging. So I like it. I do think you have a very good chance at happiness here. But this is the year of reinvention, son. That's what's next on your guys' list. Yeah. Okay, girl. We're going to get into your sister Gracie because you paid for her. So let's see. Gracie, what's going on with O? What's going on? I lost you guys for a second. I'm so sorry. The app crashed. I had to go ahead and restart it. Whoops. Okay. So sorry for that. All right. So, anyways, I was doing Gracie for Sun. Gracie for Sun. All right. So what is your energy with O? What's going to happen with you and O? You and O keep going through quite a bit of cycles. The same stuff over and over. I think you're tired of it, or he's tired of it. Both of you guys want more. Both of you feel like you want more. Someone here feels like the victim. Someone here is grieving. There's going to be an ending to this situation, according to the cards with O. Markers, Gracie is Sun Val's sister. So Sun paid for Gracie. Heavy is this cross to carry. Death is here. The lilies down here, which a lot of times represents the funeral. This isn't a church. There's something very sad. Maybe you're both grieving about a death or a conclusion of someone. Personally, I think it's the death of the connection that's going to be really painful and really hard to deal with. This is a finality of some sort. This is the end. There's going to be a written letter or a written text, something written stating, you know, this is what it is. This is it. It could be a letter from you to this person. It could be a letter from this person to you. Whatever, there's a message here. The storm is here, and it's saying, I know this is sad. I know this is a lot of pain and suffering, a heavy cross to carry. This is nothing but grief here. But the light, the sun does come out after the storm. After this connection with O seems to end. And keep in mind, both of you are very numb right now. You're very hurt. It's been a lot of cycles. There's plenty more fish in the sea. This is about abundance, good luck, and fortune. Someone here is going to buy a house. They're going to purchase their own property, take on their own life, do their own thing. This lesson has taught you so much. You're going to be much more cautious about who you give your heart to in the future. We got the polar bear here, which is a thick skin. This has taught you to be much, much tougher. And you looking back at the past, just going, I've learned so much. I've learned a lot from everything that's happened. And it's just finally feeling like you're up where you need to be. Let's get some tarot on this. Why is this happening with O? Why is this happening with O? Just future, so you know, guys, someone paid an hour ago, 11:11, and then they wanted a refund like an hour later. I don't do refunds. It costs like $5 to refund that as it is. The fees of transferring with Cash App. So there is no refunds, guys. The best I can do is, you know, try to make it right with you, try to make you happy. But just keep in mind, whenever you guys do pay, that, you know, it's difficult to ask for it back afterwards. And it's really frustrating and it's not right, you know. So try not to do that. If you're not sure about paying for anything, double check with your spirit. Ask source, should I do this? Should I not? Double check with yourself. Be more conscious of decisions. Make sure you're making the right decision for yourself. Okay. Because if I went along with that, I'd have to go along with that for everybody, and then I wouldn't be in business. So, you know, it's just not good policies. So just keep that in mind, guys. Same thing if you go through the drive-thru at McDonald's or something, and you order something and you changed your mind. You can't just give them the food back and then they can give it to somebody else. It goes in the trash, which is a waste. Best they can do is hook you up and give you something else, like fries and a burger instead of your chicken nuggets or whatever. But, you know, kind of think of that with me. Like, I can't just give it back, but I can make you happy. I can figure something else out that might work out better for you. Just let me know. Okay? All right. So let's see what's going on with O via the tarot. Spirit, tell me with the tarot cards. Explain why this is happening with O, why there's an ending, and it's a very numbing situation. It hurts. So much pain and suffering and grief here. It's not right. It's not fair. Explain. So O is very karmic. There's karmic connection that needs to be broken. Oh, a karmic marriage may be over. It could be, Grace, that this person might be involved in a third-party karmic situation that is dying and over. A karmic marriage may be ending, hitting a conclusion, surrendering that marriage, which may have been a barrier to this connection. And finally, Six of Swords, this person may be leaving that connection and going on to smoother waters. It's going to be a compromise, but it could be that. Because under here I have the Lover's card. So there's a third party involved in here, O. And I do see one connection ending, so another third party can begin. What's been going on for O? Explain. Lucy, you've got some splaining to do. Okay. Holy stuff, you are enough. What would happen if you let yourself drop all the reasons you've made up about why you're not good enough? What if, Grace, you tried it just for today? You can always go back and to believing you're not enough tomorrow, but you may find you like the way it feels to like yourself today. Really, really like yourself. Gossip dies when it hits wise ears. So gossip, not feeling good enough. I think a lot of the reason this happened is believing what other people say and think about you and your connection. And your connection is enough. It doesn't matter what people say. But there's a lot of talking and there hasn't been enough action. What does this person want to say to you? What about O? What does O want to express? I can't stop thinking about you. I'm feeling stuck. I'm scared too many changes too fast. Please be patient with me. I think this person's getting over a situation. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning with that one. I do feel like this person is getting out of a situation. I think you've been very numb about the situation. That's what I'm feeling now. You've been really numb. Someone here has had to end a commitment of some sort. Looks like a marriage, but if it's not for you, figure that out. There's better out there, and it's like the finality, the papers that need to be signed, the papers that had to be finished, the death that had to come in, the storm, the ending. It's terrible. Someone is grieving, but that's what needs to happen, because there's bigger fish out there. This whale, there's a whale out there, there's more, and we can't keep being a victim stuck in cycles with someone karmic. So I don't know how you want to take it, how it resonates, Gracie. You're not here to give me any feedback, so I just want to say, I love you. Someone is leaving a karmic, and there's better out there. There's way better out there. Lover's card. Someone is going to meet the one or be and commit to the one. First, there has to be some kind of a written down ending for the karmic situation. But I do feel that that's going to happen. We had conclusion and death. It's finally over. The worst is behind you. No matter how you look at it, the worst is behind you. We're getting out of the storm. The sun's coming out. We're moving on to smoother waters. The terrible things had to happen, and they're about to be over. Closing out a karmic cycle. That's what I see for you, Grace. Doja, I can't read my notes here. Did you write going on with a question mark? No communication for the next few weeks? Question mark. I can understand my notes. There's somebody named A that you've been trying to communicate with, but you're not communicating with them. And then you want to know what Spirit says about an ending. Okay. So I don't know. Yeah, please clarify that for me. I wrote down my notes and I'm like, okay, I get A, I get the no communication, I get question mark, can I move on? I'm trying to figure that out. So we're going to do one of your readings as the donation reading and one of them as the Celtic. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Yeah, if you could rephrase that, that would be lovely. Oh, what's going on with A? That's the donation question. Okay. What's going on with A? Spirit, please guide and direct me for A. What's going on with A? You blocked him for a few weeks back. There you go, mute. Getting a greater understanding in the silence. It's a dark, cold winter for him. He went through a confidence blow. Number one, what you did really blew his confidence because he thought he had you like that. Woo, girl, you abandoned him. That's how he's feeling. He's like, Doja, you abandoned me. You left me. He's got some abandonment wounds and some abandonment issues. And that really just takes a blow to him. He's like, I've already got issues, and what you just did fried me. He's going through a lot of grief. He feels like the victim. He does want to get back together with you. The problem is he's been way too focused in the material world, way too concerned about money. And his pride and ego have gotten in the way. And he cares a lot about what other people think. So he's trying to get some kind of status. Worth issues. So he's like, yeah, I need to impress people. I need to be someone. And that to him has been way more important than your connection with him. His pride and ego have gone unchecked until you just checked him. Took a blow to his pride. You ended the BS. And the only way for him to come back to you is a compromise, that he has learned a lesson and that he regrets what he did to you. You're like, that's the only way home, buddy. Other than that, you've already decided this is it. This is over. I won't. I'm not going to go back to your obsessions. I'm not going to go back to your focuses. That it's not, no. We haven't been eye to eye for a while. You're not seeing things the way I'm seeing things. You're not learning your lessons. You're not treating me right. You care more about other people and your name out there and your face and how much money you make and your status and what other people think of you than you do your actual literal life, soul. Has he started thinking since you left, since you went quiet? Yes, he's been thinking a lot. Mostly he's playing the victim card. He's being in a pity party. That's what's going on with A. He's restless and anxious. He wants to communicate with you, but he knows it's not time yet. You're very important to him, but he's not treating you like that. He does want to fight for you. You know, I watched Karamo, that one show I've been watching. I told you guys about him. There was this guy on there, and he was good looking. And he was with this girl. And she was all right, but he loved her. And he thought that that was his queen. He shows up looking dressed to the nine. He's wearing a blue velvet blazer, blue velvet shoes, black pants, black shirt. He's got his hair done real nice. He's a good looking guy. And you know what? She was a good woman. You could tell that she was loyal, loving. She's deserving of marriage and commitment, at least commitment. And she was like, you know, why have you been cheating on me? And she took her self-worth took a blow. She knew he cheated on her with 2 people. Well, he gets to the show and admits he actually cheated on her with 25 people. And anyways, Karamo said, you know, what was your family life like when you were a kid? And he didn't have anyone. He didn't have anyone of a role model to be in a relationship. And he said, so really, you've been offering a relationship to someone that you really can't offer that to. You don't have the tools that it takes to be in a commitment. So you're trying to offer her commitment, but you're not delivering. So you're just lying because you don't want to lose her, but you know that you don't want to be a one-woman kind of man. That's just not, it's not where you're at. And he was like, oh, but I think I can be. I think I can fix that. I think I can. He's like, no, 25 women? in this relationship, at least 25, you can't. You can't, you haven't, and the results, the actions just don't speak like that. And he said, she's my queen. She's my queen, and she's a good woman, and I want to be with her. And he's like, you're not treating her like a queen, man. That's not how you treat your queen. He's like, the problem with you is you don't know how to treat this woman like a queen, or any woman like a queen, because you're not a king. You're just a boy playing dress up. And that probably took a blow to his ego, but he needed to hear that. He looks like a man, dresses like a man, he's got the shape and figure of a man, but he's not acting like one. He doesn't provide security. He doesn't provide that. And that's what she needed. And so I kind of see that, Doja, here, to where he's got some lessons to learn. He does need to be in regret. He's got lessons. And I'm proud of you. You freaking stood up for yourself. You blocked him. You're like, this is a reality check away. I'm not going to be here forever. What are you going to do? And he needs to heal. He's got some issues. He's got some real severe healing to do. Do you have time for that? I don't know. That's going to be up to you. He's willing to do this. He's willing to fight for you. He's not just gonna just let you slip away. He's stronger than that. He's not just gonna go quietly into the night. You are gonna hear from him again. He does want to communicate again. He just knows that he's got to kind of respect your space this winter, and he's got to work on himself, this self-worth, and hopefully you're going to trigger him to learn those lessons, to stop this foolish behavior, stop being the victim, and look back at his actions and realize, hey, I got to compromise here. I have to give a little. I can't just be taking. That's the realization. Let's see what Spirit wants to say about his realization. I think whenever you're ready to hear from him, go ahead and unblock. But you have to get the green light. You have to feel like in your mind, it's the right time. You can't just do it as a favor to him or to make him feel better. You have to feel in your intuition, is this the right moment? Do you think he's had long enough to learn a lesson? I do recommend that during the blocking, during the break, and I recommend a lot of my clients that I have coached, don't just block them and cut it off and walk away and keep busy. During the block, you're going to do spells, you're going to do magic, you're going to do rituals, you're going to do affirmations, visualizations if you want this person. And you're going to make them want to reach out to you, to go through hell and high water to get to you, to overcome that barrier, to be dying to communicate with you. Reaching out through social media, reaching out through friends, driving by your place. These spells and magics and rituals, kind of getting in their head, playing, I don't want to say head games, but playing the game they're playing, which is, I'm going to reach you another way because we have a connection and I'm going to reach you another way. But you're not going to have it so easy. You're not just going to reach out to me. You're going to have to do some spiritual reflective work. And so, yeah, I tell people all the time, if you really want this connection and you want to teach them a lesson, you're going to have to do stuff like that to call on the universe to say, bring on this lesson. Bring on this karma, bring on this tower, bring on some deep inner thought. If you want this person to have dreams about you, go to bed, write their name on a white piece of paper, birth date, put a cup of water that you've blessed and put some gemstones in there for dream work and healing and communication. Put the gemstone in the water, put it next to your bed, put the paper on top of the water. You can put it next to your bed or under your bed, you know? Put their name under your pillow, tied up, bound in a red twine. you know? And so when they sleep at night, you're sleeping at night, that connection is still there, and they're going to reach you in the other world. They're going to reach you in the other dimension, in your dreams. You're going to communicate. You know, there's things you can do if you feel like you want to do them. Not everyone has that kind of a connection. Not everyone's wanting to keep that or to work harder at it. Some people, honestly, it's a karmic connection. They're just like, if they're not interested, I'm not interested. I can walk away. No feelings involved. It doesn't bother me. Other people can say, I don't want someone that doesn't want me and isn't doing everything they can for me. I'm walking away. And that's good. That's good for those people, that's their moment. That's what they need. That's what's going on with them. But Doja, if you feel like you have a very deep connection, but you're not getting through, or he's not getting through and there needs to be some kind of backup, SWAT team support, then you need to do everything you can do during the block, because that will push along some change. The interesting thing about magic, it's not going to work if somebody doesn't believe in it, but also it's not going to work if it's not meant to be, because the universe doesn't force anyone to fall in love. What the universe does is force people to recognize the love they already have. That's the unique thing that we learn about candle magic with love. Love has to already be there in existence for it to be manipulated, to be worked with, to be messed with in any way. If there's no love there between you guys, the magic will never work, because they're going to love somebody else, and their love with the next person is way more powerful than anything you could ever have. So love has to be in existence. I'm just telling you the truth, because it's not going to work otherwise. And that's a little trade secret. It's a little craft secret. There has to be love there for love to be worked on. So, you know, you have to check, where am I? Where am I in this situation? Okay, what was I going to ask? What does Spirit want to say about your connection? That's what it was. What is Spirit? Whoops. Well, shoot. Okay. Okay. So what does Spirit want to say about this? He hasn't let out his emotions. 6-6, harmony and balance. This can be worked on. There's a blockage, which you already know you blocked him, but there's more. There's a blockage of communication, a blockage of emotions, and he's not dealing with it. Maybe you're not dealing with it either. Once the emotions have been let out, maybe you could pray, ask, do craft, whatever, to force these emotions out. But once the emotions have come out, and there's a healing with that, and we're able to get past the past, then we can move on to the future. 6 of Wands is a victory. It's a win. It's an honor. And then you get this 4 of Wands, reunion, union, reconciliation, marriage. Look at that 10-10 on the screen. There's a sign. You can have a victory here, but someone has to decide to let out the emotions. I do see a reconciliation in your future, 6 of Cups. So Spirit says there's hope.
Go into my babysitting job background like 7:30ish.
The puppy one? Oh, okay. All right. So someone needs to let out how they're feeling. Spirit's like, we got to get with this. It's the emotions, bottled up emotions. Work on this. Help him to work on this. But this is the issue. It's not that there's a lack of love. It's that I don't want to let it out. So maybe work on healing fear. Work on seeing and recognizing love. Taking off the blinders. And work on just opening up the heart and letting it in. Letting it flow. Also crying and releasing and healing from the past. There you go. So there's your donation reading. And then we're going to see, is your relationship ending? Is it still with A or is it with somebody else? For my Celtic read, what does Spirit want me to know about my recent relationship ending? What will it bring you in the next few weeks? Someone else? Okay. Spirit, what must be said about this recent relationship ending? Your kid's dad. Okay, that's a big one. Whew. That's a big one. What will it bring you in the next few weeks? Huh, same thing. Interesting. It's the same thing. That's so weird. So weird. It's like you're repeating a cycle here. You are. I don't know if you realize that, but that's a cycle. Crossing you is this Knight of Swords. Air sign, masculine individual. He's going to come back to flirt with you, by the way. I don't know if it's like next week or a year from now or 2 years from now or 10 years from now. I don't know. But this baby's dad is going to be back flirtatious. Spirit's like, get ready for that. That's just how he is. He hasn't quite distanced himself from this connection. You know what, in my experience with kids' fathers, it's the truth. They always come back. They do. I had 2 of them, trust me. They do. They do. And it's because there's still an attraction there from them. In my case, I never really, I don't know how to explain it, but look, all I know is when you have children with someone, believe me, and even after 10 years, I've had 10-year gaps, honey, there's still attraction. My parents were divorced for like 20 years and remarried. And when they saw each other, they would still flirt. He would still flirt with her. Okay? Trust me. My dad was like, your mom's looking. I saw your mom looking. I know your mom's looking. I know she's checking out my calves. And he would make fun of my stepdad and be like, he don't have calves like me. He don't have those muscles like me. I know that. You know, it was just fun. It was innocent nature, but fun, you know, jovial. And that's really the Page of Wands. You guys had a passion or you wouldn't have had these babies. All right. And so Spirit's like, listen, just know, even though we have the World card, even though we have 4 cups, I know this didn't work out and you're sad and he's sad and whatever happened, just know that the flirting game will always be there between you guys. And it's true. I can vouch. Under that is the 3 of Cups. That's how you see it. He sees it 4 of Pentacles. Spirit sees it 10 of Cups. That's the challenge and desire. The outcome is Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, King of Pentacles. Ooh. Did you say you were divorced? Is this a divorce? Is it just a relationship ending or is this a divorce? Which one is it, Doja? I think you want me to give you this message. I don't think you want this. I should quit now, Doja. The cards and then just let me quit. Do you really want this? Look at the cards. Tell me if you want me to give you this message. You do? Because I think everybody else is wanting the message too now. Girl, I don't think you want to hear this, but my job is to read the cards. Please do not take offense. Do not be mad at me. I shuffled. I put them out here. This is your Celtic cross. I cannot, I can't change this. I will say this though, Doja. I got a reading a long time ago with my kid's father. And this woman predicted something that would happen, and it was in no way near that time yet. And I got the reading and I was pissed off at the reading, and I was like, no, that's not true. That's BS. My reader is full of crap. What lies, what stupidity, what a cheat, what a scam. I was angry. I left that reading wanting my money back, but I didn't. I didn't get my money back. But I was mad. I was like, this is so stupid. She's not real. She doesn't even know me. She doesn't even know us. What a fake. What a fraud. I can't believe I got such a lame, whack AF reading. I was so mad. Oh, girl, I was mad. I was so mad. And back then, girl, I was broke too. I was raising 2 kids. I paid top dollar for that reading, and I was like, what a waste. I was mad. But you know what? That reading came true. It came very true. And it took, I believe it took 8 years later for that reading to be true. 10:10 on the clock again. 8 years. And let me tell you the truth. When that prediction became my reality, she was the first person I thought of. I was like, oh my God, Ruth, she told me. She told me. And I hated it, and I didn't want to believe it, and I rejected it. Here it is. Here it is. And she told me in the reading, she's like, I can't tell you when it's going to happen, but I can tell you what's in the cards. So let me tell you, I'm just giving you that warning. Whatever comes out in here, it's in the cards. It doesn't have to happen right now. This could be freaking 10 years from now. But I'm going to give it to you. You and your current husband, whom you're divorcing, have had a crap ton of problems, a lot of which you do not communicate thoroughly. When we spoke about cycles with this other person, and you're repeating these cycles, that's the tea. You haven't even dealt with those cycles. And they're still happening with O. The same cycles that are going on in your marriage, soon to be ex-marriage. You and your person are not opening up and not communicating. Whatever's buried deep down in that soul of souls here, it's just not coming out. And this must be in your astrology chart that you end up in a relationship with someone secretive and someone elusive and someone that can't give to you emotionally, which also stems back into your sun sign and possibly even your Ketu. Father in situation was emotionally unavailable. It's very emotionally unavailable. So you are dealing with the emotionally unavailable cycle. Now, in your past here, Scorpio's all about it. We got Scorpio all about it. Scorpio is all about this. It's all about you. It's all about your karmas. It's Scorpio. And this is death, transformation, secrets, elusivity, deep, deep, deep soul-wrenching lessons, like yank your heart out, spit on it, stomp on it, heal it, put it back in. Oh, you're a Scorpio rising. Okay, well, that makes all the sense. All of it. Because this is you. You're right here. And you're like, I have to deal with this. Rahu is a must. There you go. Rahu is absolutely going to say, this is what you're going to learn in this life, whether you like it or not. You can come kicking and screaming, or you can come willingly. but we're going to deal with this. So in your past life, it was all Taurus. It was all, let's smile for the camera. Let's be happy family. Let's cook. Let's live life. Let's be a productive family in society. You know, past life stuff, right? Like good in marriage. But there was always secrets in marriage that nobody talked about. Secret desires, secret wants. Keep it secret for the better of the family or for the betterment of the spouse. So those are never realized. Self-realizations never realized. Fantasies, desires, lustfulness, the occult, secret things, depth, never realized. Because in the past life, the marriage was only so deep. And it didn't get in there. It didn't get all up in the soul. It wasn't that deep. And so in this life, it's like, oh, we're going to explore the other side of marriage, which is the unification of two souls at a very deep level. And how are we so deeply connected? Why? And how does it work? How do you open up to someone so deep without feeling vulnerable? So anyways, you got some karmas. He is cold, stoic, not easy to get along with. God, cutting through to his soul is like trying to open a can without a can opener. You're just like, why does it have to be tooth and nail to get you to open up and talk about feelings with me? Why can't you just be real with me? Why can't you just let me get there? I have a right. I'm your spouse. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what's in your heart. God, I would do anything to cut through your wall, your barriers, and just see that soft, sweet spot that I know exists in there that I wish I could see. But you never let me see it. All I see is this distance, these storms, these clouds. Rahu is the storm. I just see this terribleness, and I can't get through it. There's a song, and I think it's Usher. It's called Mountains. And it's like, oh, it doesn't matter everything I try. Like, I keep going every single time. It's like I'm moving mountains. And it's like, I'm forward every single day and I push through blah blah blah. I don't know all the words, but it's like moving mountains. And every time he moves a mountain, every time he climbs to get close to his girl, she turns into a ghost and disappears. And he's like, I just can't get it. I just can't get to you. I've done everything. And that song with the and it's weird because you haven't heard it, girl. Put it on somewhere on your TV. Usher, Moving Mountains. It's very emotional for me because I used to feel like that in my relationships. But Doja, that's what's going on here. Anyways, this is the karma. And it just left you very empty. And right now, you're very numb. You might be the one feeling very numb as well. You're very numb. You're hopeless. There's no hope. And the Three of Cups have tipped over. The marriage is over. The love, the romance, the connection, it's over. You know? And here comes this little cup. It's an offer, but you don't really want it. This is O. O shows up as cup. And you think you want O, but you really don't want O. He's just a cookie cutter cycle replica. He's another replica of what you already dealt with. You've attracted the same cycle. A distant, emotionless man that's not opening up. Thank you, Rahu, for that. That's lovely. Super appreciative. Can I move on from the lesson? No. No. Yeah, he reminds me of my dad, period. There you go. That's the father situation, son. there's always a situation for you, and you're going to be disappointed. You're always going to be disappointed because you're not knowing how to deal with this. Knight of Swords is taking action on a situation, okay? And Spirit says what's crossing you, what is in front of you, what you have to deal with right now is the Knight of Swords. And that's about taking action. Butters, did you have to go that way? That's about taking action towards your lesson. What actions have you taken? I think you've done some work, okay? Spirit's like Page of Wands. You've done some work. You've gotten excited about it. You've learned, you've grown, you've dabbled, but you haven't gotten immersed. Not once have you been immersed in the lesson, but you're working on it. Was this kid's father a soulmate? Yes, it is. He is. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, that's the spouse. 10 of Cups, that's the children and the family. Boom, now you guys can see tarot in real time. This is a family. Could you guys have been happy? Yes. Had the work been done, had you guys not fought back and forth, back and forth, back and forth about who's lacking where, had pride and ego got pushed aside, had we worked on ourselves, had we known that we are who we are and who we attract is our projection of our inner selves. The sun, strength, Leo energy, you've projected your father. You've projected him. There's still hope here, Page of Cups. I don't know why. Again, you're not going to want it because the truth hasn't been discovered. There's a truth here that needs to be dug up. Right now, the truth is buried. There is work between you two that has not been discovered. And there's work on yourself that hasn't been finished and that he has not finished. Self-love, self-care work. And that needs to be cleansed, healed, worked on, seen. Rahu's like, you're going to work on it. Oh, you're going to work on it. Like you're going to work on it. You're either going to work on it with this guy, or you're going to work on it with the next guy, but you're going to work on it. Because we don't have any progress. We haven't gotten to that next level. We need to level up. We got to level up. Queen of Swords is like, don't BS me. This is not easy. This is very painful, but you're going to do the work. This is a strict teacher, Rahu, and it's like, we're going to have to do it. So suit up, armor up. Is there love between you guys deep down? Yes, because there's soulmate bonds. Anyways, we can go on and on with that. In the near future with you and your husband, it's over, dead, squashed, the World card. Finito, and Spirit is like, this is it. It's finished. Like, that's it. We are ending a cycle, that's for sure. It's over. We've completed this marriage for the time being. And this is where it is over for the time being. Yes, it's over. You feel it's over. It's definitely over. But there will be a reckoning. There will be a reunion, a reconciliation of sorts. There's love here. He's very stubborn, but you have value to him. You are of value. I don't care who he's with, who he gets with next, what's going on between you guys. You have value. And actually, you have more value at a distance. That's how Rahu works, distance. So you are going to have more of his attention afar than you ever did in person in it. Because he's going to be spending some time, Cancer energy, reflecting on why he failed as a man. How he failed as a leader in that family. How he failed in his commitments, his promises. Divorce affects men very differently than it affects women. Women, we feel like we have failed in the love department. We feel like, wow, I'm not I failed. I wasn't romantic enough. I wasn't charming enough. I wasn't desirable enough. I didn't bring enough romance to the marriage. That's how women feel. I must not have been enough in this marriage. If he was in love with me, we would have never been divorced. I failed on keeping his attention. That's kind of what women go through. We go through this self-worth evaluation of our body, our mind, our sex, our spirit, our romance, and we feel like we're the ones that failed at this because we're responsible to keep the spark in the relationship alive. So women really go through that turmoil of the complete destruction of the self. And it takes a long time for women to really move on. Where men, you see it totally different. When men feel they failed in a marriage, the thing you see them do is jump on to a new girlfriend. It's like, yippee-yi-yay, ki-yay, and they're ready to ride the next pony. And they're out there with their boys or their friends or their family, like, hey, look at me, I'm on social media. Oh, I'm dating, I'm moving on, I'm on the next level, man. I'm on the next level. Then it hits them sometime later. Because the failed marriage to a man is, I'm not a man. I can't keep my word. I am not a man of my word. I'm a failure in success, because how can I be successful in a business? How could I be successful in my career? How could I be successful in the eyes of other men when I have failed in my commitments? When I couldn't provide adequate leadership for my family? When I didn't have enough self-control of my body and myself? They feel this small. And it takes time for a man before they realize, they're working on their inner self. So you'll see men move on real quick from a marriage or relationship, but down the road, you'll see them isolated again, single again, doing self-work, self-care, reflection, getting therapy, perhaps going through the dark night later. So, he may not be showing signs, right now through it. He may even have moved on. He may have tried to throw things in your face because he's still in that phase of I'm fine. But it's going to hit him that he's failed. He's failed his marriage. Is even worse when it involves children. So, anyways, it's going to hit him. It's really going to hit him. And he is showing signs, but the cycle is ending. Yeah, we can't help this cycle. The reason you guys have to have this divorce is because it's in your chart. Okay, you're Scorpio. You got Taurus in the 7th. There's going to be death and transformation in your relationships. That's part of your deal. But I'm telling you, it's not over. There will be, I'm not letting you go completely in this relationship. I'm not letting you go. There is this future that Spirit says still exists. It's in another timeline. Ultimate happiness for your children and yourselves and your grandkids is still here. And Spirit's like, we can make this work. I spoke about Rhett Butler and Scarlett and how they had I don't know, it was like a 10-year separation or some kind of a long separation, and then they got married again. It could be that you guys end up married again. It could be that you guys have a spark in the future. It could be. And Spirit says that is a challenge, but it's also a secret desire. You have a great love of family. And there's something very strong in the sign of Cancer in your chart. So, let me see. The 9th house. Cancerian is your 9th house. So your luck, your prosperity, your abundance, your joy, your happiness is family. Oh, you're a Cancerian in tropical. Yes, that makes sense. But in Vedic, Cancer is your 9th house. And so that's the house of joy and lineage and good luck. So believe me, you have a desire, spiritual, because the moksha houses are 1, 5, and 9. And that's the 9th. So your spiritual enlightenment, your spiritual awakening is that 9th. And that's where you're going to feel your luck is unlocked. That's where your real joy comes from, is traveling and showing the world what a happy family looks like. So really, you guys may not realize it now, but this is crushing. The ending of your family, the ending of what that could have been is crushing on both you and him, because this is karmic ties between the both of you. So is there going to be monumental changes in this divorce? Yes. Is the divorce going to happen? Yes. I think there's a comeback. Sorry, I know, it's the cards. You didn't want to hear it. I'm sorry. That's what I see. There's a comeback written in the cards. It's a choice, of course. No one's going to gag you down the throat with it. But I do think that there's going to be a comeback. I do think that he's not quite over this. And I think in the future here, he doesn't really want to let this go. Neither do you, actually, because you're 3 of Cups and you're like, I'm open. You're the quarterback down the field. I'm open. I'm open. If you've changed and you're emotionally available, I'm open. Because you're very loving and warm and you're ready to work on it. Because when a Scorpio loves, they love deep. And all you ever wanted was this person to get deep. So get deep. Let someone show me their depth. Whenever someone shows Scorpio, this is really me. This is really me. Here's the raw. They're crying. They're falling apart. I'm a mess. I'm stupid. I'm an ignorant fool. I've been scared of love. I have issues from my childhood. I've got triggers. I've been a complete dummy. I can't say the word. I've been a complete dummy. I've ruined everything. I've ruined my life. I went through this spiritual awakening. I've seen things I never thought I would see about myself. I'm transformed and I'm available. Like I said, I was the same way you were, Doja. I got my reading and I didn't want to believe it. And 8 years later, it came to pass. So I'm not saying this is going to happen tomorrow, but I'm saying it could happen. Let's get a reading here. Hey, you're the one who asked. What's going on with your current relationship that's ending? This is what the cards wanted to say. Let's see what Spirit wants to say about this connection. Hope. Ah! I almost called it too. I swear to the Lord. I swear to you, I promise, I'm telling you the truth. I really thought of union. I thought of this card. It's crazy. I should have called it out, but I didn't because I guess I was scared that it probably wouldn't show up. I don't know. But I felt this card and I was like, it would be crazy if union came out. It would be crazy. And it came out. It means I'm on point with this. There is hope for you and this person in the future. There's a possible reunion in the future. This is absolutely a soulmate. Yep, he's dead inside like a mother effer, but somehow you guys are going down the world ending to end these karmic cycles, to go through some divine guidance. High Priestess, Scorpio twice. I know you doubt this, but I know there's a piece of you that feels this in your heart. You know how I know this, shiznit? Because you're a Scorpio. You're a freaking Scorpio. And the very definition of your life is going to be death and rebirth. That's the Phoenix. This has to die, and die it will, before it's reborn. Watch. Let's see. Let me know. I don't know. 8 years, 10 years, who knows? We saw 10-10. I don't know. But that's what's in the cards for you and the soon-to-be ex. Whew! Talk about a Phoenix reading. I am seriously drained. It's getting dark as well. I'm going to take a break. I'll be back. I got to stretch my back. I've been in this chair for hours today. Cut me some slack, people. I'll be back. When I come back, I'm going to read Mex and Raquel and Elizabeth and Eat Me and Karen and Lul. You guys are all going to be read. My back is killing me. I need some space. I need to stretch. I'll be back this evening. We'll finish those up. Doja, I know it's not the reading you wanted to get. Honey, that's not the reading I wanted to give you. That's not the reading I want to give you at all. The reading I would want for you or whatever, but the cards are what the cards are. And I'm actually surprised that you had so many dang positive cards for the relationship that's ending. 10 of Cups, give me a break. Union? King and Queen of Pentacles, like, give me a break. This is ridiculous. But it is what it is. So take it for how it resonates. If it doesn't resonate right now, believe me, I feel you. But watch, it's probably going to resonate in the future. And like I said, exes come back. They flirt. There's still connection there. You'll start to see the signs. I don't know. Good luck with A. I gave you some magical spiritual advice there for him. Remember, this separation, this ending with you and your person is to conquer your karmic issues. If the divorce and dating other people is what conquers it, so be it. That may very well be your path to where you guys have to end this to conquer your karmas, to go conquer it with other people. And that may be very well the fact. Be open to that. That's okay. That's fine. Anyways, I love you. And thank you so much for watching me and like putting up with that reading. I love you so much, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Just keep swimming.